What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here, and in this video, I'm going to be detailing some exotic weapons that are getting massive overhauls in Episode 2, Revenant. The TWID this week was extremely long and info-intensive, so the purpose of this video is to give you the information that I think you need to know from a sandbox perspective so that you can be ready with your builds and weapons when the next episode drops. If you find this video helpful, then a like and sub would be greatly appreciated. Now let's jump into it. So starting with exotic weapons, Huckleberry is getting a rework to its catalyst. Right now, its catalyst refills its mag on kills, but in Revenant, it will automatically reload itself on kills, and the catalyst will provide the gun with the perk Kinetic Tremors. Huckleberry has long been overshadowed by other exotics as it is from year 1 of Destiny, so here's hoping this makes it more viable, which I think it will. Up next, we have another strong but niche exotic SMG in Teraba. This thing is an absolute monster when it's spun up with the Ravenous Beast perk, and now you will get a 50% damage resist when Ravenous Beast is active. It's a small change, but nice nonetheless. Symmetry is another weapon that doesn't see a lot of use, and it was recently buffed to have the perk Eddy Current to increase reload speed and handling. And now it's getting another awesome quality of life change. You'll now be able to stack dynamic charge with kills instead of just precision hits. This is an absolutely wonderful change that will make this weapon feel much easier to use. Duality is a dual-purpose shotgun that can be used in spread fire form or slug form. As you get kills in pellet form, you stack up damage bonus called On Black Wings. Well, this damage bonus will now stack easier and quicker as the requirement for max stacks is being taken from 5 to 3, and the buff duration is being extended from 7 seconds to 10 seconds. This will make it a lot more player friendly to use to its max potential. The Chaperone is another exotic shotgun that is getting improved to be better and more easy to use in PvE. The Roadborne perk currently increases the damage of this weapon, but it needs a kill to activate. But with the change coming in Revenant, 2 rapid precision hits will trigger Roadborne, making it much easier to use on high health single targets like champions. Bad Juju is one of my all-time favorite weapons, and it's already in a good state in my opinion, but it too is getting a quality of life adjustment. First off, String of Curses is being extended by 2 seconds at base and with the catalyst, so it will last up to 7.5 seconds with the catalyst, and the magazine is being increased from 27 to 36. As someone who uses this weapon a lot, this would make a massive difference for the weapon. I took it through a solo lost sector at 30 under light, and so often I would get a final blow on an enemy just as the magazine ran out. Kills completely refill this magazine, but if it's on the last burst, you are usually reloading before you can get the perk to proc. So having 9 more shots in the mag will help you secure those kills and keep the kill chaining going in high-end content. And if you dump a full mag into an enemy, you still should be able to keep String of Curses going now thanks to the increased timer of the perk. This weapon was already S tier in low end content as you could clear out enemies with ease and never have to reload. At 5 stacks of String of Curses, it does double damage, and exotic primaries already deal huge damage to minor red bars. So this change will bring it up in harder under light content. And then it also says it's getting more haunted. So this weapon has a hidden interaction where it will cause a large explosion after getting a bunch of kills. So everyone's best guess is this will happen more often, as right now you need over 100 kills to get it to proc. Next up we have a few GLs. Let's start with X-Dearest. This weapon is actually pretty unique and fun, but also strong in the right build, and it too is getting a quality of life change. First, it will deal 33% more damage to combatants, which is significant. I took this thing through Legend Onslaught when it first launched, and it was doing really well, so having it hit 33% harder will be really nice. But the even nicer change may be the change to its travel pattern. It definitely took some getting used to, and now it will reduce camera recoil and have increased velocity and reduced projectile gravity, making it a hell of a lot easier to shoot. It also spawns moths after just 2 direct hits, where before it would only be on kill. So this will make the blinding moth uptime much greater. It's also getting a reserve bump as well, and lastly, the moth cooldown is reduced so you'll be able to make even more moths. This thing is about to be great. Fighting Lion is also getting a nice rework. It will now spawn a volatile burst on direct hit. This is some nice void synergy that it desperately needs to bring it up to current game power standards. A nice change for a D2 vanilla exotic that's been stuck in the past for some time now. And lastly we have Prospector. This thing is basically getting a complete rework and I'm here for it. Hell, one of its perks is full auto trigger system which comes stock on all weapons now, and the catalyst just gives it a bump to reserves. Well, now the reserves bump is gone and it will instead get plus 50 reload speed. Its magazine is also decreasing from 8 to 6, but it no longer requires that weird hold to detonate functionality. It now spawns 3 cluster bombs on detonation that deal huge damage over a large radius. I'm very curious to see how this plays out in game. And that is going to do it for the exotic weapon changes coming in episode 2 Revenant. Amazingly, these were nothing but buffs. And I didn't mention it, but all the weapons that are seeing reworks are also featured as anti-champion mods in some form next episode. So definitely get these weapons leveled up and ready to go, as they could be really strong in less than a week. Anyways, that's it from me. If you're still here, thanks for watching to the end. Like and sub and all that, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.